Can I do it? Please? Please? Oh my god, I'm the best. It was calculated. Alright. See, this is what we meant. Oh, I wish I... Okay, okay. We are getting there. Alright, we are getting there. Listen. We are going with this one. And we can march the Swift Spear. And here we go. This is the power of the deck. Man, when you start getting this one, and now we have two blockers, I should attack, it doesn't matter. They will scoop moment, they cannot kill me. But that means it's only for dragons. Every other type, and they play, you know, at least elementals, doesn't work. But we definitely need to kill it. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we are playing a brutal Bant Control that can get our opponent absolutely by surprise, a Smuggler's surprise to be exact, because this lets you cast double Tyrant at the end step for 6 mana, so cheaper than the one normally. You cast 2 of them at the end step. That means also the cool part about this play. Not only you have double Tyrants, not only they trigger the usual effect, but the second Tyrant triggers of the first one on top of casting, you know, getting this effect from itself and the body basically. So you are getting so many triggers, you get so many cards, so much life gain, and your opponent is like, well, the game just ended. Like, he thought that you will cast an Emperor, Memory Deluge, and instead you just finish the game, because now he's facing 12-12 in stats, you drew extra cards and you life gain, so he cannot kill you. And they basically have haste because you can attack moment after you cast them, basically, before he was prepared. And combined it with Joint Exploration to ramp into those plays faster, and Memory Deluge and Joint Exploration to get the combo. This deck is absolutely surprising for your opponent, and you will be the one having fun from it. So guys, let's go into games, let's not make it longer. You want to see some dinosaurs at the end step, and we are here for you. And yeah, if you aren't subscribed, maybe this is the day, maybe tomorrow, maybe yesterday. If you already subscribed, really thank you for it. You are really supporting the channel, and let's have some fun, because the games today will be absolutely wild. I will play this one. We have enough of the colored mana, and we are slowly closer to getting through that. So I want to have an option open to cycle this one. We are both a little bit slow on the draw, but I hope that we can get there. Yeah, see, we are getting through that, and suddenly drawing this card is huge. We also can bluff a counter spell. You know, that's not nothing. That's not nothing. And they definitely play the card. Virtue. Okay. I mean, that's a good value for them. And they play with 3 extra mana. So they took the bait. Now we can try to fix our draw a little bit. Get an extra turn. Listen. Listen, can we please stop drawing lands? Like, it would be great. See, this is what I was talking about in regard to getting flooded and cycling the lands. Man, we got what, 8 lands in 12 cards. That's crazy. And this is kinda the land as well. So man, this is the 3 cards we didn't draw that weren't land basically this whole game. See, they're going with it. Unfortunately, by resolving this, I gave away that I don't have no more ice. Because there's no way someone wouldn't get, you know, double versions of Memory Deluge, the flashback one and the original one, main phase, if they had no more ice. So this is where our bad draw comes into play. We just lost 4 cards by drawing bad card. And, you know, like, you get the idea. You get the idea. Let's keep it at that. So we need more lands. 14 cards, and basically 3 of them weren't lands. Man, this is getting absolutely ridiculous right now. If I play this, I won't hit a land probably. Listen, the game is lost. I overdrew lands, but I will try to do it at least this way. I need to make sure that the next card was also a land. What the... Schaffer, what's going on? Do you want to talk about something? Do you want, you know, to clarify the situation? What did I do to you to get this kind of draw? When we drew like 5 or 6 lands in a row, I still have those opening 3 cards and nothing more since the whole game. And we might even hit a land on the next. I really don't think we should, like, the chances are really low. But, you know, it might happen. I'm not even paying attention to what he's doing. Okay. This is the first good card of the game. Okay, with this, there is a chance. It feels like they have another Memory Deluge and they want to stack their hand to Oblivion. If they cast theirs, I think I cast mine. Because I cannot risk a counter spell. Some of the versions play it. They already have the red mana for the Rage. Alright, at least we drew so many cards that they cannot know that we didn't draw a single counter spell in our whole deck. Because we are obviously a control deck, we are obviously cycling like crazy, and we have open 6 mana. So, you know, most players won't play into this. At least not their best stuff. Like, well, I guess they can waste some 7-drops, but it will be slow. At least they think it will be slow, because we cannot counter it. But with the Tapland, they cannot do it on this turn. I have to do it. Let's see. I will make a stop to pretend I have no more lies, but we don't. Alright. Okay, this is good. This is good. So we go 3 steps ahead. Okay, now we have choices. I could go for the surprise, for this cool play. I think we go for it. I think this can be really good play. If we can get it right. Marland, thank you. Thank you, Shuffler. You definitely are showing me who's the boss. Okay, so I think we get rid of the wall. Even though the wall is okay, like, I think we don't have issues with mana on this game. We need to keep the counter spells. But we don't have too many, and when we finally get no more lies, everyone will have 55 mana on each side. Well, this is not great. We are really low on tempo right now. Our opponent basically got like 4 or 5 extra turns, so right now they are stacking value to some insane amounts. Well, the Vinewall. That's what we said. Alright. At least now he should realize that we have a counter spell, because we didn't attack with Anchorage. Something we did before. Alright. They cannot go for the mill guy. So they can get some value, but that means we can open Memory Deluge and fix our draw forever. With 7 cards we should be able to get like double Tyrant and go from there. It's not easy for them to kill it. Like, they deal, you know, damage based sweepers. Alright, man, this will never end. The value is just here forever. Oh, and they can activate it. That's really bad. That means they can get all this value, which means infinite mana. Right? Man, they get like 12 mana or something. I kinda have to counter it, but I don't want to. But I have to. Listen, it is what it is. We started extremely bad, so we'll see how it goes. They don't have white mana, so it's not no more lies. Okay, more counter spells. That's actually good. Sunfall is not the worst, but it's also not the best. I want to have options. And Emperor can be useful maybe at some point if they attack. They generally shouldn't, because they don't win by damage, they win by having, you know, all the synergies up. So attacking doesn't make much sense, unless they miss, you know, the mana to rage us for 20. Alright, I think that's something. We didn't hit a Tyrant as well. Man, what did we draw this game? Let's go for maximum mana here. I could go for the Sunfall while keeping the counter spell. It's not good. It's not very good. I think we need to let them untap with Nissa, which is usually how you not win games, but we'll try. We are still recovering from this early game. You can think that it's long gone. No, we are like 3 turns behind. And we need them to super whiff for a few turns. And then we can recover. So I could farewell with this. They will play land, and they will get some extra mana. But if I can farewell this, that would fix a lot of problems. And then I still can counter spell. You know what? I'm going with this play. I think I need to take some risks, because we are so far behind. Like, we need to make some, you know, strong plays. And they have 8 cards, so they will probably cast something else as well. They don't want to discard for free. Here we go. 2 extra. So they have what? 3, 6, 7 mana right now. They can play this one as well. That means a farewell. It's still farewell. And that will actually be the best thing for us. I really... Well, they might be playing around no more lives, but I don't want them to. And this will be exactly 6 mana, right? Because they will have 6 from here, and they can activate it on the same turn. And there's not much I can do against it, so I have to counter it. See, this is the problem. They have always so much pressure because they were so... I want to draw cards, sorry. Because they are so far ahead of where they should be. I will use this to ramp and get a good card, hopefully. I'm countering it because it will be in the exile zone. Sure. I'm not sure what to discard. I'll be honest, I'm not sure what to discard. I think it's a Sunfall. It's very slow and we are already behind on tempo, so I cannot really main phase tap out after Farewell. At least we can ramp a little bit and get a better card. Well, this solves one of the problems. Thank you. Okay, they have 6 mana, so it might be not end. Alright, it's the end. Let's get our stuff. Like, we need to get back into this game, and Joint Exploration can help. So I can play another one. Honestly, those are good cards. I'm not sure if they're good enough, but they are good cards. We need mana, and we also need, you know, more value. And this kinda does both of them. We can get one of the Tyrants, but we need more. Three, 7. If they play a land, we cannot counter this, and that would be a huge problem. But we also have to kill this, right? Unfortunate, but this is what we have to do. Alright, go for it. It pains me to lose Memory Deluge, but thankfully we have Joint Exploration. I think we have still double Memory Deluge in the deck. And like 2 more counters. So we are trying to recover. We are basically doing all of this to recover from the early game. And suddenly the game slowed, like all the progress he made so far kinda got stopped. He has the first turn, which is the big deal. And now normalized, they didn't have a land or they didn't play it. And that's huge, that's kinda what I needed. We are still not out of the woods, but at least we are actually on even footage. This is the first time in the game where we are kinda even with our opponent. I want second Tyrant and I want to Smuggler surprise this. We have a lot of ways to do it, but I'm not sure if we can... Okay, this is a nice draw. Listen, how do you exactly work? So it's 6 mana, right? Or 8 if we want to get better selection. And we can have... Okay, so we can do a lot of stuff, you know? This counter spell is a very good draw overall. Listen, I can see us winning this game. After this, the most important part was that he couldn't play this into normalized. That was the reason we are now in the game. Because if he never whiffed on anything, like he just keeps pushing tempo and more, and every turn you are more and more behind if you cannot keep up with perfect plays, and at some points it just snowballs into you being, you know, multiple turns behind. Nissa, good start. But they need something else. This is not the main dish, it's just a bait. This is the main dish. Alright, we kinda have to counter it. Let's get more stuff. I don't think we go with single Tyrant, we need 2 of them if anything. Because this, then they have haste in a way. Very bad draw. Very bad draw. And they can play another one. Yep. They're really good at magic. And we cannot counter this one. Did they play a land for the turn? I don't think they did. That's really bad. I will go with it. Well, I don't need to ramp. I guess I don't need to ramp. I can just play this and see what my options are. Oh man, like he's really like Well, there goes the options. 3 lands in a row. Here we go. Alright, okay, I think with this we lost. Like, I needed a really good place every turn, man. And 3 lands from the top is definitely not what you want to do with your last value spell. Yeah, like, we needed something really good here. We don't have a sweeper because we were so suffocated that we needed to, you know, just start discarding our big cards in order to get, you know, 7 best of the cards that were in lands. Yeah, it's not going great. It's not going. I don't think we can recover from this. Especially we don't even have the second Tyrant, so we don't even have option to double, you know, double spell it. I honestly think we have to go like this, man. Main phase. We are in so much trouble right now. This solves the Analyst, but it's just not good. We could go with Awara, but it's also very bad. Like, we don't have good options here. Emperor. Cool. Cool. I think we'll just go with the Smuggler surprise. If we go for 8 mana, we are very, very likely to hit the Tyrant, because we have 2 of them. Alright. Oh boy, this will be a turn. I wonder why they didn't go for the Analyst. So this will be a Word Soul's Rage. I wonder if they go for exactly the damage, because they don't have the tripling thing. So they actually might go for 17 damage, and then we can cast it and life gain potentially 9. So this is my play now. This is what I'm doing. We can also double Emperor and kill all of them if they attack, but they won't. At least not before they unleash the combo. Alright. They burned 2 mana. What? Really? Really? Do we take the risk with the Smuggler surprise? How much mana do they have? They probably have insane levels of mana. I think we need to play like this. We cannot really kill this one.
I hope you're ready to...
You know, we can double Emperor on the Nissa. And I think that because now they sacrifice it, they want all the... But it will be in the combat phase. Man, they're getting all of the mana, but in combat phase. If I play the Emperor right now, you know what? This is probably the best use of the Emperor this game. This way we prevent all the extra mana. They can Memory Deluge, but that's kinda it. It's still good, but you know, we need to work somehow around this crazy value and this better early game. Yes, we are still recovering. And I don't think we'll recover from it until end of the game. Because he just keeps playing stuff after stuff after stuff. So it's not like he will do nothing for 3 turns. So we are always getting, you know, a little bit behind. Especially that this deck super scales. Bro, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. So now he cannot cast Memory Deluge even. I wish we could sacrifice the Emperor, but of course we can't. They will get all those lands, but they won't get mana on this turn. And they probably don't have too many basics in the deck anymore. I'm not sure if, you know, they have all of them, but at some point you lack basics with this kind of deck. That's why you usually play more than 60 cards. Or at least, you know, in some of the versions. Alright, so he has 5 mana right now. He can go Nissa. I probably need to hit double Tyrant. I think this is how we try to get back into the game. I mean, this will be a surprise. More lands. Thank you. Thank you, deck. I felt that I need more lands right now. Man, what the hell is going on with this draw? Like, every time I keep drawing more lands. So I could attack for with the Anchorage for 5 mana, but then we don't have enough. I can do it in response, right? There's no point in doing it now. Alright, you got another crazy turn, but hopefully they won't have all this crazy combo again. Like, we exiled a lot of Analysts, right? And by a lot I mean 1, but 3... They don't have Analyst in the deck anymore. They don't have display anymore. And I think 3 Virtues are also off the table. And I don't remember, but I think very often you play like 3. So it is possible they only have this Nissa as their only ramp, and they need to deal 19 damage. That's probably one of the reasons they kept attacking, because they wanted to get us lower, so their mana is enough to one-shot us. Okay. I'm risking that he doesn't play counter spells. There were 0 counter spells. Generally, this deck doesn't play counter spells, But to be fair, they also don't play Fires of Victory usually, so you never know. But I'm taking the risk. Like, we are, you know, too much behind to not take risks and just play around everything. When you are ahead, you can waste part of being ahead to make sure that nothing surprises you. When you are behind, you just need to, you know, go a little bit all in. And if they have the card, you lost. If they don't, you win. You need to go for sharper plays. And I think he has Word Soul's Rage, but okay. I've seen double ill-timed explosion there. Oh no, they have another one. Oh no. Alright. Well, this will be bad. They had the fourth one. Maybe they always play it, I don't know. I remember that I played 3. So, well, this will be infinite mana, right? I cannot do anything about it. The best way I can play Smuggler Surprise and hope. The problem is I need to remove a counterspell window. Maybe I should go for this. Because I can draw a No More Lies. If I counter, you know what, we're going with it. I'm making all the subs, because they might have another land. Let's go this into this. Maybe we should go for Indestructible? Nah, I don't mind if they die. They already did the job. And we have 4 mana after... No way! Where are my 2 Tyrant? Do I really need to play 4 to hit any of them? The whole play was having double Tyrant. Man, this draw is as bad as it gets. So we can counter it. But if they play another thing, we can also counter this. Or we can just counter the Word Soul's Rage. I mean, we are close to winning this game, but every time we're on winning the game, we lack something, or they have something. Like, every time we're like 1 step behind, and not 3 steps ahead. Alright, so I wonder if he still has basics in the deck. We are not in range of Jace. Sometimes they play 1 Jace. Alright, show me. They have a lot of mana, but yep, they are not going with it. I mean, I have Anchorage, so I'm not in full... Guys, what's wrong with the Shuffler? Like, what the hell is this draw? How is it possible to draw so many lands? How many Memory Deluge did we draw this whole game? We drew 1. Man, there are 3 Memory Deluge and double Tyrant in this. Like, all our value is still in the deck. Oh my god, that's so bad. I need to attack, man. Do we attack with everything? Do we attack with everything? They probably want this 3 extra damage, but they kinda have infinite value. I'm trying to be aggressive because that's the only thing I still have in me, basically. Alright, some damage. And we did it for the map token. And we go for the Tyrant because we want to force them to kill it. Apparently I still have lands in this deck. I guess we need to draw 26 of them to start having anything else. Alright, next game, you are getting mana screwed on 3. Oh, I'm starting to be salty. I have 1 counter spell and only lands. Like, we can absolutely do it, man, but the problem is when we finally draw Tyrant in the last 2 cards, it will kill us, because you need to draw it faster than last 2 cards. So we need this counter spell to... I think those might be Word Soul's Rages, both of them. And that's the problem. But we can draw into No More Lies, so they will tap for like 22, or 19 probably, because they will probably attack. It is interesting, right? Because by allowing this to attack me, I basically saved him 6 mana. And even with like infinite mana, so to say, 6 mana can be a difference, especially with cards like No More Lies. But we'll see. Here it comes, the first one. Let's go. You know what? Did I know about it? Can I do it, please? Please? Oh my god, I'm the best. It was calculated. Alright. See, this is what we meant. Oh, I wish I... Okay, we are getting there. Alright, we are getting there. It will be late, but we just needed 45 cards to draw our combo pieces. Alright, you want to kill it? Sure, go for it. They might just draw cards, honestly. We are at 28. I don't think they can burn us right now. And in one turn we will kill this, so they won't get mana acceleration. Then we play the third Tyrant, and we are just going for it before they mill us. Don't forget to every creature we play will give us... Man, they actually need to deal damage. If we can kill this, they have no basics in the deck, they have no ramp, and they can only get 1 or 2 mana from Nissa, and they need to burn us for what, like 37 or 30? Man, I think we can win this. I think we can actually win this. Look, they're just trying to kill our dinosaurs, and they don't even do it. I probably want this one. And this, oh, if it's not a token, that's such a weird interaction, because we are creating a token, and even though we copy the original and not the, you know, the leftover thing, it doesn't matter as much. So they can get all the mana. But, okay, can they really burn us anyway? Yeah, I thought so. I don't really want them to attack, because I kinda need it for damage. They have also backup Nissa. Listen, we gain more if we don't block. Not only we get more aggression, but we also get more life gain. I will draw a lot. Man, I think we are doing it. This was the idea. See, this is what we are playing for. And they have only 3 green mana, so we can just smorg. We can just smorg them. We will Boseiju their Virtue. They probably don't have basics anymore. Anyway, that's half of their life. Okay, we go Tyrant. First, we go to 34 or something. Like, look at this stuff. We are actually doing it. I cannot believe it. Alright, now we go Boseiju. Go for it, you champ. I heard you like lands, so enjoy. And now he needs to burn 34. If he sacrifices this, then I can kill Nissa in response, and even though he has another Nissa, I can go in between the Nissas, and he doesn't get the value, and he doesn't get the mana. And he cannot deal 34, man, this is 36 mana that he needs, and then I can still no more lice it. Man, we did it! We actually won this game. Are you serious? You... Tell me in the comments, did you believe? Because I'm sure you thought that we are gone, and we managed, and this early game took us like 20 turns to, you know, get over with, but we did it. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this one. Alright, we're going first. We have a pretty nice opening. We will have the Vinewall. You might laugh, but you know this is the best card in Magic. This gives me lands, draws me card, and it protects me against this stuff, because you know that you will see only this forever. Listen, I think we'll try to hit untapped land for the next turn for the exploration. Like, we will definitely do it. They can kill it, they probably should, but it life gains us too. And let's get this one, so we don't need to pain ourselves on white mana. Yeah, this is pretty decent. Honestly, I think they might go for Swift Spear and just use Display with Fire they were holding, just to amplify it. So maybe that's the play, because otherwise it doesn't make sense to not kill the Vinewall. Sure. Alright, so now, we probably want to go like this. Now we have open mana, so normally a player would be hesitant to play this, but against mono-red players you never know. Some of them, you know, try to play the game, some of them just keep rolling the dice with absolute zero thought in it, and they both end in Mythic, like there is no difference. This one seems to be analyzing the situation, so maybe we'll have some good game, we'll see. So normally you do... okay, honestly I like it. Trample, each card in your hand, so it will be a 7/7 soon, but not now. You know what? I think we should be in a good spot. I've seen this version of the deck, and to be honest, I like the card. Like, man, it's 4 mana, 7/7 with flying and trample, and potentially can be plotted for 3. 3 mana, 7/7. But at the same time, it's kind of interesting card. Like, it has, you know, some gameplay around it. Okay. So, do I want to hit a land? That's the big question. No more life won't be very good. Just because they can pay 3 mana on each one of them, so we cannot really counter anything. So I think we'll just use the headquarters, so we can curve out nicely. And now we have this one, and I mean we are pretty there. You know, we have a blocker, we have open mana every turn. We probably would love to hit some removal. That would really help. Or the Tyrant. If we can hit Tyrant, that would be great. So maybe we can cast Memory Deluge, get the Tyrant. Man, if we can hit double Tyrant and go for Smuggler surprise, oh man, they will love it. Absolutely love it. Especially the second Tyrant triggers, you know, the first Tyrant as well. Alright, 1, 2, 3, go. So it is the turn. This won't be as huge and it doesn't have haste, so they will probably just ignore it. And you can clearly see why I don't really feel this is the best fit for the deck. They literally played the rest of the deck and this addition is just there, you know? This is not perfect. I could try to hit the March, but then they know we probably don't have anything. If I hit the March, I can exile Lockdown. It probably would be good. Let's try. Let's see our options. I'm not sure if that's the best play, but I will go with this play. Alright, Emperor. And I mean we go like this because we cannot block it. I honestly, you know, don't crazy mind Slick Shot printing. Like, I don't like it, but you know, alright. But the fact that this has flying is super weird to me. Like, the flying... I don't care as a control player because my removal hits anything the same, but it really limits every creature deck that doesn't have reach or flyers, because they cannot keep up with this. Like this will win the game over time if you have a normal creatures on ground. That means you cannot, you know, try to raise this deck, because they always win. Missing 2 damage. Alright, cool. Cool. Alright, so... honestly, we could just go with the lockdown. We get rid of this part. And then we try to counter the next play. Honestly, I think it's okay. The big part is they don't draw a card here. You know, I'm not extremely happy with not being able to cast the Emperor. I think we missed land drop, right? I'm not sure, but I thought that we will have one more. But we can still use 3 steps ahead, so it's kinda okay. And this is super slow. Like, they need to play spells in order to deal more damage. Except Sokenza. And by the way, they wasted a lot of value. They could just cast it. So that suggests their hand is absolutely packed with value. Because they are wasting value in, like, you know, this part of the game. That's very smart. I think this will be insane damage if we don't counter it. I can farewell this. So this is 7 damage right now. That's a lot. But that's not game deciding one. They should cast more. Okay. Okay, that's pretty smart. 8 damage. Way more than I would love to, but we can clear the board. Yeah, we will probably counter this one. Yep, that's the card we were waiting for. See, they were really... To be honest, our opponent is playing very well. Like, he knows what he's doing. And this is full value. Terror. And it was a little bit terrorizing, alright? They will attack, right? But if they are super smart, they can attack only with Devastator. And we cannot go around it. I honestly think this is what we have to do. Creatures. And that's it. Well, he you know, played Sokenza. That's a very bold move. They shouldn't draw a creature with haste, right? You know what, I'll take it. Not the best, not the worst. Here's Boseiju. Well, it can be a removal, but it can also be a land. Listen, I really need this mana. And I think we should win the game. They have only 1 draw and we have so much life gain. We didn't hit any of the Tyrants, but with Memory Deluge we should be able to. So... the small problem is Lightning Strike from the top. Alright. That's a very weird mana to cast it for. Please attack first. If they cast it now, I wouldn't be able to remove it. So I'm really happy they did. I'm really happy they did. That means they cannot get cards and they cannot get any value from this. Alright. Tyrant? Nope. Not a Tyrant. However, so we can block... No, not really, because that would be Menace. That means we have to go for +1. Unless we want to exile it with the lockdown and then cast Memory Deluge. You know what? I'll take it. It's probably the best we will get right now. It solves the problem, and this solves the problem of drawing a haster, like 1-2 or something. And we can use Memory Deluge still because we have the correct mana. Moment we hit Tyrant from the top, we'll win the game. See? That's the Swift. Well, okay. It's kinda the same for every creature. So that was my bet. I should just pass the Emperor. I forgot that whatever they will draw, it will be the same thing. It's fine. It's fine. I'm definitely not dead soon. Alright, here's the Tyrant. Good. Finally. It took a while. If I could top deck another one, that would be absolutely epic. But it's okay. Listen, we are going with this one, and we can match the Swift Spear. And here we go. This is the power of the deck. Man, when you start getting this one, and now we have 2 blockers, I should attack, it doesn't matter. They will scoop moment, they cannot kill me. So I think with this we won. We have triple Tyrant, I believe, and we finally drew the first one. That's why we have so many, because we kinda rely on them. 1 card. I think whatever they draw, it won't be great enough. However, they can draw extra card. You know what the cool trick is? I can target this because it's an enchantment, and then I can block it with Tyrant because it doesn't have menace anymore. And they don't draw cards when this dies, so it's actually the best play here. 1 card, and the mono-red player. The ancient enemies, basically. Alright, I wonder if they lost because they played this one. Was that the missing damage? I'm not sure. They cannot really go through it. Alright, they will. I really don't care about the samurai, so I will check if they have a combat trick right now. Okay, they don't want to kill. Oh, they will bump it. Bro, are you sure you know what you are doing? Because this gives me value. Like, I'm happy with it. Oh, it's 2 mana cost. You know what? I don't care. It's such a good deal, I will do it anyway. And let's go. That means they don't draw card, which was their idea. They don't even kill it, to be absolutely honest. Well, I should just let it kill my Tyrant, but it's fine. It's fine. And now we say go, because our opponent will never win this game. He needs insane... Oh man, is that good enough? How much it deals? And alright. Yeah, I think we play this, we go for the next Tyrant. Believe me, moment we hit all of them, they are just out. And let's go removal, this will help. I don't want to attack them, man. Like, I want my cool Tyrants. And that should be enough. We go like this. I wonder if that's, you know, the 2 mana haster, the Prowler, they can actually draw a lot of cards. But you know what? I think we can absolutely fight it. I just want my Tyrants and I want him to scoop. Like, we don't need to kill our opponents. No, you don't. No, you don't. And let's go. More Tyrants. And see, this is the stuff. You don't need to ever kill them. You can just sit forever in your ivory tower and play dinosaurs. And it will be absolutely epic. And now we have double trigger. 2 cards. And I think this is the time where Mono-Red doesn't want to be in the game anymore. Oh man, that's so cool. I should probably start attack. Well, yeah, let's start attacking. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it because we have to. I personally would never attack him and wait until he scoops. But, you know, we need to keep the game going for you guys. And we have a counter spell, so whatever they draw, it won't matter. I wonder about those face down cards. Is that drawing cards or just pure damage? Alright, sure. Discard your hand and draw 3 cards. Absolutely. Go for it, my champion. Show me if you can burn us. So I would guess this is the same one. And this gets discounted from 6 to 3 because they have 3 instants in the graveyard. So, let's see. I sometimes don't want to, you know, super quickly end the games because I'm having fun, honestly. And this is more interesting part of the game than just, you know, the usual, you know, smorking. Like, this is the part of the game where we are having fun, so why wouldn't we do it? Alright, he goes for another one. He will, but he needs to discard his hand. I'm not sure if he... Oh, Okay, those were only lands. They want to attack maybe. See, even with 6 extra cards, they cannot beat us, and they won't be able to. And now we can Sunfall. Sorry, it's a habit. We just go with the third Tyrant, see? And this would get us 3 cards and life gain, what, 9, I believe? We life gain 3 dinosaur, right? Yep. So they just scale and they cannot go through it, man. Alright, so normally we don't like being on the draw, and you know what? Usually we don't. But at the same time, with this draw we can double ramp, and because we have more cards, we are more likely to draw lands, so it's actually not bad here. And this is the last turn when we can do it. I should probably go Boseiju, but, you know, maybe it will be useful for, you know, all those ley lines that are definitely coming here. And it's probably 5 colored, right? If you see Triumph, it's 5 colors usually. Okay, so we go with this, we ramp it then, man, we will ramp really hard. This will be probably a very cool game. Like, we are already getting there. So, let's sit. A desert. So this might mean that they have this 4 mana worm with flash. It has trample, I believe, reach, and 6/6, and it gets you a land when it's in the graveyard. So this is very possible. Like, I was playing the pylons exactly for this reason in my versions. That's it. We will ramp. Man, green makes it so much easier to just ramp. I know, crazy. So this really feels like a 5-colored control so far. Okay, not anymore. Not anymore. I think we need a land for the next turn. Do we want Get Lost? I think we do. I think we do, because they will probably use the shield counter at some point. And then we can answer it. Or we can just Sunfall if they don't go for it. So now I want Boseiju, because I want 5 mana for 3 steps ahead. And we can always ramp at then step if they don't do anything. Man, I love it. This is magic. This is magic. It's so fun. Here's your honk for the fun game of the day. Titan of Industry. So I think they have Atari, a lot of 7 drops, and they ramp. I think that's the play. Oh man, we are getting into cool stuff. Let's definitely ramp more. And we probably are searching for Memory Deluge right now. And this is okay. I don't need more walls, especially that I don't need the blocker part. And now we can ramp. I think we'll probably miss the land on this turn, but it's kinda okay. I could cast it if I really want to, but I don't think we are in such a hurry. Man, this is actually nice. Look at how much mana we have right now. So, moment we hit Memory, I think I cast it, try to hit Memory Deluge, and cast it at the end step. This will be 6 mana, and if they cast something, we're just 3 steps ahead. I was about to say that the only part that we are fine with is that they don't have Cavern of Souls. Well, but that means it's only for dragons. Every other type, and they play, you know, at least elementals, doesn't work. But we definitely need to kill it. This is super strong. No. Well, this is a really bad top decks. Well, this is as bad as it gets. So, do we try to go with the with Get Lost? I think we untap and we check the card. Alright, this is okay. We can pay some life, it's fine. So, we will see how he wants to play it. He doesn't have too many cards, we can remove a lot of creatures, so we have like 3 removal spells. I think we will be able to use those at some point during the game, but it won't be easy. Like, they play other types. I'm sure they don't play single Titan, so they have more. Well, see? It wasn't very hard. So, I can normalize to force him to burn this, and then go 3 steps ahead and counter it anyway. So I basically force him to, you know, sacrifice the stuff. Then I get 5 damage to my face and I draw 2 cards. I think that's okay. I could also just counter it, potentially getting an extra card. You know what, let's go for it. I could get an extra land with this, but I don't think it's worth it, so it's 5 mana. Yep, that's perfect. Let's make sure that we tap correctly. Well, with Triumphs it's easy. Alright, and if they counter right now, if they play something else, that's where we get our extra value. Do I need lands? They aren't bad, but I think the rest of the cards are more important. I could just get losted. It's fine, 3 damage, because we will cast Lockdown on the next turn, and that will get rid of both treasures and map tokens, so that's a pretty good deal. Okay, extremely cool draw. You know, it's not like we are drawing cards, we are countering spells easy with this, but we have options right now, and we can always use it to cycle. We are basically waiting until Memory Deluge happens, that's the whole gameplay right now. And this helps us to draw 2 extra cards. Alright, clearing the board. By the way, you can kill your own lockdown with this march at the end step and get another land if you are really, you know, starved for mana. 1 damage, man, that's mean. I feel that this is some Terror of the Peaks synergy right there. Man, do I want? No, I want an instant removal probably. I could cast it. But there are cards we want to counterspell. Oh man. Listen, you have big creatures, I have big creatures, let's go, let's go. With this, we should be able to, you know, stabilize the game, unless we die on the next turn. They don't have anything at the end step, so they can cast Terror of the Peaks probably, and they cannot pair it with something that deals too much damage. That's why I went with this. If they had like 15 mana, they can go... Is that enough? I hope it's not enough. Please don't be enough. 11 damage to my face and 5. I think we are... Oh no, we die by 1. And this doesn't have... I think we are exactly dead. I think we are exactly dead, right? Because Tyrant will live gain the second version, but it will live gain after we are dead. Yeah, they cannot kill the lockdown because we get the value. That was a lot of damage. Man, this is literally the perfect lethal. I told you, man, I thought they cannot deal enough damage, but yeah, I guess with push and pull, it's not as hard. Man, come on. Please kill it. Well, I guess it kinda works because the 7 from the... he actually played very well. Well, I'm sad. That was the only turn we let the guard down, but to be fair, they were waiting for this turn. So, you know, I was a little bit greedy. I should probably play slower, but it was so fun. We had fun. It was a good game. Well, that was something for the last game of the video, wasn't it? I'll be honest, I kinda YOLO'd it. I probably shouldn't play like I did, so the whole loss was absolutely just due to me misplaying super hard, because we had a lot of control. To be absolutely honest, the Cavern of Souls kinda got me going with, you know I didn't have full control over the game, but with push and pull, I should know they can deal way more damage than I expected, so I shouldn't look at their mana, I should just look at the, you know, Titan and Terror of the Peaks combo. So I absolutely messed that game, but it was still fun. I wanted to play Tyrant, and that was my doom. And you realize by now that I really like the card. Listen, when I was saying that this is my favorite green card right now, I was not lying. This card is absolutely busted. It does everything you want from the 7-drop. It gives you cards so you can draw next 7 drops or whatever you are needing. It live gains you because moment you play a 7 mana 6/6, you know, there are a lot of overstated creatures like 3 mana 6/6, see, same stats, and they aren't very played because they have no extra value. This has so much extra value that it fully stabilizes it. So you are at the weakest when you play it, and you usually survive anyway thanks to the live gain. And moment you untap with this and you have this in the board, man, they cannot go through it. And they cannot kill it because it puts you even more ahead. This is one of the few creatures that gets stronger when it dies. It's like a force user. Alright, so absolutely favorite card. And you can ask, I know what is lingering in your mind. Sloth, this deck is about Smuggler's Surprise. Why do you play 1? Bad magic, bad deck building. Well, not really. Basically, we are playing a control deck with very powerful 7-drop as the end. This is how we close games. That's why we don't play Mirex. We don't play too many creature lands, because this is how we win. And because a Tyrant is super resistant to removal, especially that the second version goes around go for the throats, that you can just, you know, basically go through removal decks even. So especially combined with Emperor, you have enough. However, we don't need this to make the deck going. This is one surprise. This is one play a game that you do when your opponent doesn't expect it. It's for the long games, it's to catch your opponent off guard, or just do something he never expected you can do. You can go with with 2 of them and go 4 Tyrants, the deck will become less control and more of this combo deck basically. But I wanted to keep it as a control with an added upside of insanely powerful play for a cost of single card. And yeah, the fact that you can do it at the end step really synergizes with the rest of your game plan basically. And this also gives a reason to go green with Joint Exploration, because with the kicker you actually can get to 7 mana faster. That also is the reason we play less lockdowns and more Sunfalls and Farewells, because you can just go directly from mana 3 to 5. That means you don't need to, wait until the Sunfall comes. And it also accelerates the Titan, so you can, survive longer. With the Vinewall, you can make sure that you keep playing clans every turn while also defending a little bit. So the deck makes perfect sense all in all, and this just adds the surprise. And one of the last reasons, all right, we won't bore you with this. I know it can be boring, but for me it's super interesting. We don't play 2 because if you play a 1-off, there's literally no scenario when you open your 7 cards and you see 2 of them. And this is the nightmare scenario, because on the early game it does absolutely nothing. You want to make sure that you get 1 during the game, but you don't want to see it for the first 5 turns. So this is the reason we are going with it, especially with Joint Exploration that gets basically scry 3 in a way, because you draw the first card and you scry 2, and Memory Deluge that we know that it goes crazy. You can actually search for this card way easier than normally, so it's fine. And yeah, guys, that's kinda it for today. I really hope you enjoyed this interesting version of Bant Control. I think this is one of the good ways to make Bant better than Azorius, because Azorius cannot do those things, alright? They don't have cool dinosaurs. So if you are looking for a reason to play Bant Control, this is a good one. This is a good one. And I mean, guys, I think that's it for today. Really thank you for watching until the end. You are a true pillar of this channel, just, supporting the channel and also having fun with Control. I call it a win-win. And thank you for that. And yeah, I think that's it for today. So see you guys tomorrow.